Welcome to our Vodcast with Frank Rebori, president of Smith Loveless, a global manufacturing leader in water and wastewater pumping and treatment systems. Today, we'll explore recent industry trends, Smith Loveless's unique approach, solutions for small and rural communities, and large-scale water treatment projects. Let's dive into the evolving landscape of water management and treatment. Frank, the water industry has been experiencing significant changes lately. Could you share your perspective as a CEO on the recent trends and how they might impact companies like Smith Loveless?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, like a lot of companies or industries in the United States right now, there's a lot of things affecting us, from domestic issues to foreign issues. And of course, Smith Loveless and the water and wastewater industry is no different. Some of the things that are high note is the Build America, Buy America Act. And that is a provision of the Infrastructure Investment Act that was passed in 2021. That's an act that requires all projects that are receiving federal funding to use American-made equipment. And so we are a part of that, and that is something that's top of line. Another high point that's really affecting water and wastewater right now is water reuse. That's something else that Smith Loveless is well prepared to deal with and are dealing with. And of course, the last thing is supply chain. With the most recent impending change of the administration, the presidency, of course, there's been a lot of talk of tariffs and things like that. And Smith Loveless is well suited to handle any type of supply chain issues, mainly, quite frankly, because everything we procure is domestically made, which of course dovetails to our ability to meet all BABA requirements.
Frank, you've given us a great overview of the water industry landscape. Now let's focus on Smith Loveless specifically. How has your company positioned itself to address these industry trends? And what sets your product line apart in this evolving market?
Sure. Smith Loveless has a pretty diverse product line for everything that we do. So we do wastewater pumping, we do headworks equipment, and we do wastewater treatment. And really, that is almost the gamut of the entire wastewater process. Specifically at a residential community or industrial park, waste has to find its way to the headworks, and we make wastewater pumps to facilitate that process. Then, of course, once the waste gets to a headwork facility, you have to screen out large objects, small objects, grit, and we make screens and grit removal equipment that facilitates that process. And of course, the wastewater treatment has to be treated, and we are at the forefront of that with our various treatment products that we make as well. So with that in mind, we really kind of cover the gamut for anything that might be needed in the wastewater process. Smith Loveless's diverse product line of pumping equipment, headworks equipment, and wastewater treatment equipment really meets a lot of needs in the marketplace.
It sounds like the full line of water treatment equipment covers all processes. Frank, who are Smith Loveless's customers?
We sell our equipment to municipalities, both large and small. We sell our equipment to military bases, U.S. military bases, and we're quite proud of that fact. Our industrial marketplace is quite strong in the petrochemical industry as well as food and beverage. And so we really meet a lot of marketplaces with our equipment and satisfy a lot of needs, and we're quite proud of that.
Thanks, Frank. How does Smith Loveless, being an American company, help these customers?
Our products, as mentioned previously, we are proudly made in America, built in America. So any type of BABA compliance, we are well ahead of.
Smith Loveless has been in business since 1946. What do you think keeps S&L positioned as an industry leader?
Smith Loveless is over 75 plus years old, and we're always innovating, and proud to say that the innovation is American born and American made.
Frank, earlier you talked about water reuse. Can you speak more on what S&L is doing with water reuse?
When it comes to water reuse, there's quite strict requirements on the type of effluent that has to be met, because again, we are reusing the water. And so Smith Loveless makes very sophisticated treatment equipment to really meet that need. So quite frankly, wastewater can enter the system and clean water can come out on the back end. Quite frankly, the clean water could be really is better than drinking water. So we're proud to be able to meet what is really becoming a big need in the industry is water reuse because of scarcity of water. So it's a little bit about how we're positioned and how we can meet the trends that are going on in the United States.
Let's discuss your solutions for small and rural water communities. Can you talk about how the end user saves time and money and highlight benefits from the ease of installation?
Sure. Smith Loveless really meets the marketplace both in large and small. But when it comes to small municipalities and private developments across the United States, all of our products really meet the needs of a small market space. And so what I mean by that is, for example, when it comes to pump stations, a lot of rural communities, as we all know, don't have the personnel in place to really handle a lot of infrastructure needs. And so all of our products are made with the operator in mind. When it comes to the pump station specifically, they're designed for really to be maintained by one individual person. We also have communication devices and remote view communication devices with those pump stations to make it easier for those to be monitored as they may be dispersed across a rural community. So everything we do can be maintained by one person, and they really meet the need of the operator. So we're quite proud of that. When it comes to our grid handling equipment, again, we sell those to the largest municipalities in the United States, but also to the smallest ones. And so our Pista grid system, for example, Pista Works, can really be great for small communities because it's a factory built. Everything's contained in one skid, from the screening to the grid removal to the pumps. Everything's on one skid. So again, ease of operation with the operator in mind. And of course, lastly, our wastewater treatment plants really hit the industrial rural marketplace quite nicely because we build a factory-built wastewater treatment plant that is built here at the factory, tested, ready to go. It's ships from the factory complete and just really drops into place. And so again, that helps rural communities with speed of construction and ease of operation. And with our treatment plants, again, we offer various automation packages so they could be quite sophisticated, and again, with the ease of operator in mind. So everything we do is focusing on the rural community, ease of operation, and really to make the best product at the best possible price for the rural communities.
I understand Smith & Loveless offers solutions for large-scale water treatment as well. Can you tell us about some of your recent projects handling high-volume flows?
Sure. Smith & Loveless, in addition to servicing the small to medium-sized communities, what's really great about our company, we also have the sophistication and the product depth to really handle some of the largest projects really in the world. So we have, for example, grit removal systems at really the largest municipalities in the United States and also internationally. We have pump stations, for example. We make pump stations, of course, for smaller flows, but we really also make a factory-built large capsular pump station that can handle even the largest flows. And again, that's factory-built, drops into place. We have those both domestically and internationally. And really, one of our latest products that we just introduced is the new Titan Mem Box. And what's great about the Titan Mem Box is we can handle each train can handle up to 2 MGD of flow. And so really that meets a really great niche in the marketplace where it's not just small and it's large, but it's also that great intermediate spot where there's a lot of need in the United States for a membrane plant. And what's great about the Titan Mem Box is we can take a conventional activated sludge plant and really upgrade it to become a true membrane plant. And that allows a lot of great features, water reuse, better effluent quality, and it really can increase the capacity even of an existing wastewater treatment plant. So we're quite excited and proud of the new Titan Mem Box that just launched this year's WEFTech.
Thank you, Frank, for sharing your expertise and insights into Smith & Loveless's innovative solutions for the water and wastewater industry. From addressing recent trends to providing cutting-edge solutions for both small and large-scale projects, it's clear that Smith & Loveless is at the forefront of water management technology. For information on Smith & Loveless's diverse product line and services, visit smithandloveless.com.